tour. They're all pros, man. They're going to play the Agora in March, Thursday the 2nd. Go to agoracleveland.com for the details. A couple of tickets that put you at that Winery Dogs show. Good luck. Caller 10-216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
We've left our families to help you ignore yours.
Family time's always best when it's forced.
The Alan Cox Show.
On 100.7 WMMS.
Smelled like coffee in here a little while ago. Now it smells like lighter fluid. Did you shred so hard in the air guitar that something got combustible, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone's faces melted off.
Is that what it was?
That's what you're smelling.
Maybe that is what I'm smelling. My moisturizer from this morning maybe smells like
burning metal flesh.
Yeah, maybe so. Cavaliers lose in New York to the Knicks last night. They'll take tonight off, and then they'll be back here at home tomorrow to play LeBron and the Lakers at 7:30. Is your tip-off at the Romo Fijo. And they're at home through the weekend. They'll play the Sacramento Kings on Friday, play the Oklahoma City Thunder on Saturday. But all the details at Cavs.com. I will have Cavs tickets for you in about a half an hour. For which game? When the Brooklyn Nets are in town. Kyrie Irving and the Nets the day after Christmas. So up to your neck in family, maybe you want to grab one of them and go to the Cavs game. So around 5:20 all week, I'll have Cavs tickets for you, Cavs Nets, the day after Christmas on the 26th. Cleveland Guardians announced today that opening day tickets are available and single game tickets are available through the 21st. Opening day is May something.
April
something.
8th,
April
I
the
think.
4th. April the 7th is the Guardians' home opener. I don't know when opening day is, but that's the home opener. So if you go to cleguardians.com, if you want to look into that, you can get tickets for opening day, single game tickets for the upcoming season. Justin Verlander goes to the Mets. He's getting pizzade.
Yeah.
He's married, of course, to Kate Upton, the model. I don't know that you see much from her anymore.
She's not really. She's kind of just
She's got kids
laying
now,
low. Yeah.
Is that what it is?
I mean, the most you see of her is when he's in the playoffs.
Right. Yeah, the Mets are paying him a lot of money. A 2-year deal worth $86.6 million. He's done very well with, he's a Cy Young winner and couple of World Series under his belt from the cheating Astros. He was with the Tigers still when I was on in Detroit. Kate Upton is a Michigan native. I knew her uncle for a long period of time. But Justin Verlander now going to be in New York. And, of course, you'll run into people who don't care about that. They'll say, New York City, or in the same accent, they'll go, Justin Verlander. Yeah, the same guy. Mary and I were tagged by somebody on Twitter that they have now delayed the real ID for another 2 years.
Is that real?
Yes.
Oh, my God. So annoying.
Well, they delayed it because of COVID, because the deadline was like
It's going to be the 2020.
2020.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then COVID, they kept kicking the can down the road. And the latest delay, because there are still too many lingering impacts of COVID.
So annoying.
Including pandemic-induced backlogs at all the state driver's license agencies. So now you don't need your real ID until May of 2025.
That's when I have to renew it anyways. I was literally just talking about this. I was literally just talking about this at my family taco night, because my uncle was complaining. He's like, it's all socialism. They're all just trying to get your information.
Wait. What?
He was talking about the real.
He knows we already have driver's licenses,
yes,
right?
Yes. You have to understand. This is what he thinks. He's like, why do I have to change my ID and make it like a passport? That's what a passport's for. I'm like, this is
how you know you're living in a great country.
This is what
this is what people complain about.
And so I'm like, well, I was.
What do you mean I have to get a different kind of driver's license?
I have to bring two.
He didn't understand
items to get my driver's license.
He didn't understand that he had to have a different type of ID. I was like, no, you have a driver's license. That's a state ID. They want to make it federal. He's like, oh, so everyone's the same. It's just socialism, blah, blah, blah. And so I was like,
Does he know what socialism means?
Nobody who throws socialism out knows what it actually is.
So I said, let me see your ID. And I looked at it. I was like, you have it. I was like, you got it.
He
already has
it.
He had it, and he didn't even know he had it. He's like, oh, that's what this little sticker means, or the little, you have the circle with the star. I said, you have it. He's like, oh, I had it and I didn't even know. I said, yes, you have it. I was like, I'm the one that didn't have it because I thought I brought in some printed papers, and the lady looked at me. She's like, you could have printed these out at home. I was like, I did. She was like, yeah, come back. It doesn't take effect till 2023, so come back. I was like, I don't have anything. I was like, I don't get any mail. Like, I stopped getting stuff in the mail. It's all on my phone.
Yeah, they extended it to May 3rd of next year. Now they've kicked the can to May 7th, 2025.
Yep, my license expires in 2025, so I'm okay.
There you go.
Because I was complaining. My brother was telling me, like, if you miss this deadline, you're not going to be able to fly for the next 2 years. And I said, that can't be true. I thought if
Is this the socialism uncle?
No, this
I
is
said
brother.
my brother.
Oh, your brother.
I was like, it was like, I thought if you just don't get the deadline, like, okay, well, you just won't fly until you get it. And he's like, no, you can't fly until you're eligible for a new ID. I said, that can't be true. What if I lose it and I have to go get a new one? You're telling me they just won't give me an ID?
No flying.
Again, these are all things that people can find out if they give themselves enough time in advance of having to fly somewhere.
Sweet.
Don't even
Because
get
when they
started.
keep delaying these things, there are now other options. They go, okay, well, you need this and you need this.
Yeah, I was
okay.
going to say, you fly with a passport.
Your passport will still.
Work.
Right.
My mom called me today. I'm taping my special in Philadelphia Sunday, 6 days from today, December 11th. If you're in Philly, come on out, Helium. Which also happens to be my mother's birthday.
Is this one show?
One show,
Yeah.
one go, better get it right.
Yeah.
Also happens to be my mother's birthday. So months ago, when we solidified the contract and everything got signed, I said, hey, mom, sisters, if you guys want to go to Philly for the weekend to celebrate mom's birthday, you guys could come to the taping, right? I talked to my mom today, 6 days out, hasn't bought a plane ticket, thinks she might drive. I'm like, Mom, it's like a 9 hour.
But she could drive. It's Philly.
Like a 9-hour drive. She's old. She got to pee and stuff
and now she
stop
loves
every
flying.
hour. Well, and so I told her, I was like, you need to let me know today if I need to book this. And then she asked me, she's like, well, do I need that ID thing or can I get on a plane this? And I'm like, Mom, please make a decision by the end of today.
This is why she needs to drive.
Well, she likes driving anyway, but I don't know. I feel she's getting old, dude. She's like 64.
That's not old.
I feel like that's too old to do a road trip by yourself.
Why would she? Nobody will go with her?
Nobody can. My younger sister has her daughter's gymnastics competition this weekend, so she can't get out of that. And my older sister also didn't make plans to leave the baby alone. So,
what kind of plans do you make to leave the baby alone?
I meant with a babysitter. I didn't mean alone.
If I'm going to leave the kid in the kitchen and we're going to go out, I can't just do it on 24 hours notice.
Put down some newspaper,
That's
feeding
right.
dish.
So let's see. If she flew out on the 10th.
She only wants to come for Sunday. She wants to come fly in Sunday for the taping, fly home Monday.
Fly home Monday.
So tickets, the cheapest tickets I'm finding are like $400. Nonstop flights are like $800 because she's like, well, I don't want to switch planes.
$236 on Frontier.
Yeah, but how Frontier gets messed up because it'll be like a full day's flight. It'll be like an 11-hour thing.
Well, one stop in Las Vegas.
From Cleveland to Philly? No way that's right.
It's the cheapest flight.
There's no way that's right.
The cheapest flight is a 13-hour flight from Cleveland to Philly
and you
through
stop
Las
in
Vegas.
Come on.
And on the way back, you stop at
Denver,
Atlanta.
Yeah,
Oh, I
we're
love
not doing all that.
Like you're going to Australia. Well, you want to save some money?
That's amazing.
$236. Yeah, it's about $700 if you want to go direct.
Yeah.
Non-stop.
Because I call her, it's like $430. And we'll fly home on the same flight.
Cleveland to Vegas to Philadelphia.
Don't even come back to Philly
That
at
is
that point.
hilarious.
Just stay in Vegas.
Who wants to save that much money? I mean, if you got to go somewhere, at that point, you would just drive.
Yeah.
No one would fly 13 hours to go Hopkins to Philly. Oh, it's funny.
Because it really is. I mean, it's a 7-hour drive straight. If you have to stop at least once, and that's if you do gas and food and
Stop
pee.
in the Poconos. have a little lunch.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're talking a 9-hour trip. So it's like you can drive for 9 hours or you can fly for 13. What do you think?
Do I get to get up and pee a lot? Yes. Let me give you this trip here. Speaking of trips, boy, ain't gonna be no 13 hours to put you out at our Alter Ego Festival. This is a big deal. It's going on January 14th, the Kia Forum in Los Angeles. This thing sells out very, very quickly. It's been sold out for a while. It's a Chili Peppers and Jack White and Muse and Fall Out Boy and Phoenix and Churches and more. It's a really good lineup. Our Alter Ego Festival. You and a pal, we fly you out, put you up. Tickets to the show. I think there's $1,000 in there too. So listen closely and good luck.
Now, your chance at a trip to our 2023 iHeartRadio Alter Ego. Text the nationwide keyword rock to the number 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's rock to 200-200.
There you go. Very exciting. I will have another trip for you tomorrow and then Wednesday, I think is the last trip we'll give away on the air. There will still be a chance for you to win at WMMS.com for our Alter Ego Festival. On their own, by the way, the Chili Peppers have announced their plans for 2023. And I'm most excited because their support acts are real good. If you've never seen the Chili Peppers before, they're a good band. They're good. They know what they're doing. Solid band.
We should play them more.
We don't play them enough.
Yeah.
Shut up, Bill.
What? You don't choose.
Yeah, that is true.
It's not like
What do I
I'm
care?
gonna dig at you.
I know. What do I care? I just don't want you putting ideas in anyone's head.
Well, Rob's probably listening to us on their way home. So, Rob,
Oh,
more Chili Peppers.
on.
More.
Chili Peppers are going
And
out.
I don't want variety of songs either.
No.
Just the same song.
I want the same two songs that we've always played all the time.
Chili Peppers are going on the road with the Strokes. Well, they're rotating.
Strokes, that's badass.
Yup. Strokes, the Roots,
Okay.
Iggy Pop,
What?
the Mars Volta,
Yeah.
and Thundercat.
Don't know.
Awesome. You know what Thundercat? Oh, my God.
I know the Thundercats. Like,
Bass guy, so Flea's all into it.
Thundercats. Oh.
Yeah.
Remember them?
I do remember them. So they're only doing.
Do you think Panthro was black?
I don't know. What was his dad? So Chili Peppers are only doing 10 cities in North America, and they're doing 10 dates overseas in the UK. So they're kind of kicking off their tour with the Alter Ego Festival. That'll be their first gig in a minute. But they'll come to the States in April. So they'll play Vegas, Fargo, North Dakota, because they have the Fargo Dome up there. They don't have they're not playing in Cleveland. So you'd have to go to Syracuse if you want to see the Chili Peppers.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's the closest they're getting? Syracuse?
They're playing Vancouver, Vegas, Fargo, Minneapolis, Syracuse, and then West Coast in Texas. So it depends on how big of a Chili Peppers fan you are.
They must be doing a bunch of festivals too.
Yeah, probably.
That's my guess.
Yeah. But a really good mix of openers. A couple shows they're doing with Post Malone. But Strokes, Iggy Pop, that Syracuse show is going to give you who? It's going to give you the Strokes and King Princess. You into King Princess?
No, but I just got a text from Rob that said, like Alan said, shut up, Bill.
I like that King Princess. My older
I don't
daughter's
know.
into her. Yeah, she's real good.
What is it? I don't even know.
It's a girl. Her name's Michaela, but her stage name is King Princess. She's a singer and plays instruments and,
No,
yeah, I like her.
that's coming back.
Singing and playing instruments.
Mhm.
I know. Straight out of Brooklyn. And then we got the notice here in Cleveland, if you were into these guys, that the Goo Goo Dolls are going back out on the road, and they're going to play Blossom in August with OAR. Remember OAR?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
OAR, my wife's really into them. OAR is kind of one of those bands that has stayed quietly successful.
OAR was doing something in town here a few years ago. They're doing something with a brewery, and one of the members would come to.
I was there for that.
Yeah, to Market Garden when I do shows
No,
there.
I thought it was Great Lakes.
Or Great Lakes.
Yeah,
Great
it was
Lakes.
the upstairs show
Lakes,
at Great
yeah.
Lakes.
Yeah, and like he came a few weeks in a row and like would hang out, and it was pretty cool.
But somebody would have to tell you who he was. You'd never look at a guy in OAR and go, "That's the guy from OAR." That's what I
we're
mean.
doing like crowd work, and somebody found out he was in a band, and then we're like,
Yeah.
"Well, what band?" And he's like, "OAR," and we're like, "Oh, we've heard of that
It's like
band. It's
like
pretty
a
cool."
legit band.
Yeah. So.
Oh, are
yeah.
you?
Yeah, I literally think that's what I said.
But OAR is one of they're kind of this side of jam bandy kind of, but they've been around for a long time. It's rare that you'll meet somebody that they're their favorite band, but they're solid. They've like sold out Madison Square Garden a couple of times. They've done Red Rocks a billion times. You know, they have awards and they're a solid band. You just don't ever really hear about them all that much.
That's how I feel about Goo Goo Dolls until I remember it's Collective Soul that I like.
Well, Goo Goo Dolls, though, they have pivoted
They got
over
some
the
good
years.
songs. I like
Yes,
some Goo Goo Dolls.
they have pivoted over the years. And not just Johnny Resnick's Plastic Surgeon. They have pivoted to like this. They have a lot of hits.
Oh, tons of hits.
Once they figured out that the ballads is where it's at, because they were technically like Goo Goo Dolls were like a metal band when they started out.
Do you have?
They were on like Metal Blade Records, I think.
Do you have old metal Goo Goo
No,
Dolls?
I do not.
I'm
Nope.
sure we could find it on YouTube.
Yeah, maybe. But they will play Blossom August the 20th. They're called the Big Night Out, Goo Goo Dolls and OAR. So if you want to get tickets for those guys, that's up there too. You want to hear from Jenna?
Oh, of course.
I came in this morning. Tons of voicemails from her. We talked to her live last week, but she's still not slowing down on the voicemails.
It's time for Sweet Nothings with Jenna from Poland.
It's beginning to look a lot like a guilt trip.
Right.
This has been Sweet Nothings with Jenna from Poland.
Yeah, you know, it's all over the place. It's
I like that
context free, and it's fine with me. Jenna from Poland, who she breadcrumbs the information. You really got to drag it out of her sometimes. But she's legally blind, but not blind. But even legally probably takes different forms, I would imagine. I wonder how legally. Is that just driving?
I don't know.
Isn't legally blind because the only thing that has to do with your eyesight that's in a legal capacity is driving.
Driving, probably flying.
So the DM, yeah, but you're not flying the plane.
I'm sure she's not allowed to be a pilot.
But like when you go to the DMV, they go, you're legally blind. Like if you fail, the eye scope test, they go, you're legally blind. But nobody else is telling you that, right? Just them? Like they're all high and mighty.
Yeah, they're just identifying as blind when they're not really all the way blind.
Yeah.
And I think
But again, it doesn't sound like she's doing any driving. She's calling nonstop from Poland, Ohio. Nevertheless, I'm curious about that. I can't recall any other area of life where the quality of your vision is called into question. Like you won't be going to a ball game.
being a referee.
Yeah, but you're not. They'll call you blind when you're a referee, but I just mean like you wouldn't go to a ball game and like they won't sell you a hot dog because of your vision status.
Because you're legally blind.
Yeah, you're legally blind. You can't eat this hot dog. So if you're, but again, I wonder if there's a spectrum
I'm not familiar
of
with
legal blindness.
hot dog law to really make a statement on that.
You follow hot dog law?
I don't know.
Oh, you
much
don't
about-
follow
no,
hot
I don't
dog
know,
law.
But, I saw some.
Well, I would call the precedent of Armour v. Nathan's into question. You saw what?
I saw somebody. It was like a guy made just a TikTok video or something like that, where a guy was making a taco and then he ate it from the top.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are you doing? Hated that.
But why does that matter, really?
It doesn't, but I
Right.
feel like it would be messier. Well,
It
like
was
corn on the
very
cob,
messy.
was he holding it from both ends and
Yeah.
went in?
It just went into the middle.
Well, then your hand is
But then you got drippage.
holding both ends. Well, drippage might be part of the. That means you have.
Drippage is part of tacos.
Well, it depends what kind of drippage.
Meat drippage.
Well, you want it. That means you didn't drain your meat well enough, or your meat's too oily. Means you got too.
Well, you know what? Now that you say that, it's probably from toppings, salsa,
Yeah.
guac,
Yeah.
Some sour cream.
sour
might get
cream
drippy.
drippage,
Yeah.
a little creamy drippage.
Again, I don't care for a drippy taco.
Put it on the list.
I mean, we had taco night last week.
Mission
I
statement.
made tacos, and I don't like a drippy taco.
Guac slut.
Poundcake's our guac slut, and he just had family taco night.
Dude, it was.
What's the
lit.
Brown Collective's take on drippy tacos?
Oh no drippy tacos.
Okay, I know you want nothing to do with them, but I mean, like, kind of by and large.
We actually, to prevent that, we actually had a bunch of Dorito bags, mini Dorito bags, so we had walking tacos. So there was no drainage or no.
I prefer
dripping or
sitting
anything like that.
tacos. You know what we do have though is we have those metal things that you put the tacos in. Looks like a
yeah,
zigzag.
the little
Yeah.
To keep them.
But then I feel like when all
standing
this
up.
stuff falls into it, then it's harder to eat the.
Yeah, there's nothing really.
What is the word? Like when the food will fall out the back of it, the toppings,
Yeah.
the taco.
Yeah,
Then you gotta like scoop it out of the metal thing.
yeah.
So I mean, it's really just
I
for
never
show. You're
cared-
not a restaurant. Why do you need
Well,
that?
no, because it stands them up. So when I'm putting stuff in them, I don't have to hold them. Yeah, it's just
more
easy.
for assembly.
I never cared
Kind of,
for
yeah.
I never cared for a crunchy taco just because as soon as you bite into it, the whole thing crumbles. A soft taco, like it has like some.
Well, that's why I like the combination of the crunchy and soft. So you have the sturdiness of the soft taco, but you get the crunch.
Like a chalupa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
okay.
like the cheesy gordita crunch. I'm a big fan of that.
Oh, you just made a mess!
It's Pound Cake on taco night. I got to take a break. I will have those Cavs tickets for you. Kyrie and the Nets are going to be in town the day after Christmas, the Romo Fijo. So you want to get out of the house for a few minutes and get yourself some Cavs basketball. We'll hook that up after the break. Want to text for anything else? 35192, and we'll be back.
It's the Alan Cox Show. Everywhere on our free iHeartRadio app or whatever